Alright, today on the Man Cave, we're going to be talking about motorcycle communication systems. And not just any comm system, I'm going to be walking you through a feature on the newly released Cardo Packtalk BLACK Special Edition. Now, I've had the opportunity to try a few comm systems out there. I'm talking about your more entry-level offerings to your pricier options, and they all work to a certain extent, and they certainly all have their pros and cons. Price versus performance, ease of use versus all-out function and features. But there's one brand or one system out there that really does seem to have gotten more than its share of thumbs up and nods of approval, at least from the circles that I ride in, and that is Cardo. Now, I've never used the Cardo system before, so I am pretty excited about getting my hands on the newly released Cardo Packtalk BLACK Special Edition, and I want to find out what the buzz is all about. Now, if you've done your share of riding, you know how much of a joy it can be to go out for a ride with a good motorcycle intercom. Easy communication between you and your pillion passenger. Easy communication between you and your riding buddies. You can tune into a radio station, listen to music. You can listen to music from your smartphone. You can connect your intercom to your GPS and hear audible directions on the course that you're supposed to follow. It is a beautiful thing as long as everything is working as it should. But we all know how much of a heartbreaker it can be when your motorcycle intercom craps out on you in the middle of a ride. It's a real heartbreaker. In fact, I just got so turned off by much of the older technology and hardware that I wouldn't bother to actually even turn on my intercom and pair it with my buddies because we ran into so many connectivity issues. Not so apparently with Cardo. It has built a reputation for itself for keeping its users smiling. Now, I did a little bit of research, a little bit of reading, so I'm going to share a history lesson with you guys. Cardo can be credited with pretty much inventing the motorcycle intercom. They did that back in 2004 with the Scala Rider. Now, they continued to pioneer many of the technologies that we now take for granted on all of our comm systems, regardless of brand or type. They were the first to actually put an FM radio on an intercom. They were the first to actually break that 1 mile communication barrier, that long distance communication barrier. Back in 2014 it was, or 2015, they introduced the game-changing mesh technology. Now, this is very important. It was a real game changer, and we'll talk more about why this is so important a little bit later on. Now, back in 2018 on the Packtalk Bold, they were also the first to introduce natural voice operation, or basically voice command. It's like having your own Hey Siri or Hey Google. Users of Cardo will already be familiar with the phrase Hey Cardo. Hey Cardo, turn my music on. Hey Cardo, turn the volume down. Hey Cardo. You guys have done an awesome job in developing motorcycle intercoms. Cardo has integrated all the lessons that they've learned after they pioneered all of those great comms technologies, and they've listened to the riding community, our feedback on what we were looking for in terms of a premium communication system, and they're here to offer us this, the Cardo Packtalk BLACK Special Edition. Now, this offers us a solid dynamic mesh communication system, FM radio, 13 hours talk time, 3-year warranty, it's waterproof, and most importantly, it's got those awesome 45mm sound by JBL speakers, which should sound amazing. Now, is it going to deliver on all those promises? Tell you what, I'll put it on a helmet and take it out for a ride and tell you guys what I think. But before that, how about we check on what comes in the box? Alright, it's time for some classic unboxing action here. This is the packaging that you get. It looks really premium, nice satin sort of finish. I like what's going on with this gold foil over here. Now, this box sort of slides open. You have this box inside that cover, and it opens via a small flap here on the side. Ooh, there's the unit itself. Oh! That is nice. Look at the way that sort of just, shimmers and glistens. A nice sort of glossy finish on the Cardo unit itself. That looks really nice. I love this graphic they've got going on the inside. The box feels very sturdy and well made. You've got a Cardo sticker. You've got your warranty information. You've got your manuals in various languages. Most important to me is it comes in English, which is very good. A quick installation guide as well. And look at this, it's nice and neat. All your other accessories must be in here. Let's take a look. There they are, star of the show, 45mm sound by JBL Premium speakers. You've got your charging cable. Various mounting options. You've got the clip type, you've got the sticky type, and you've also got various mic configurations, as well as little Velcro stickies, depending on how you want to set up your mic and speakers. You've also got a boom type mic for open face and modulars, and it even comes with that little alcohol prep pad for when you put it all together. This is really nice. You're paying for premium and you're getting premium. Top marks on the way this has been packaged. Now, what are some of the features that Cardo really want to underline with the Packtalk Black Special Edition? Well, first and foremost would probably be the dynamic mesh communication system. Now, I said this was a real game changer when they first introduced this back in 2014. As I understand it, older style Bluetooth intercom systems work like a daisy chain or links in a chain. You had Rider 1 connected to Rider 2. Rider 2 was connected to Rider 3. In order for Rider 1 to have a good connection with Rider 3, Rider 2 needed to be there to bridge that gap. If Rider 2 were to disappear from the picture, well, the connection between Rider 1 and Rider 3 became disturbed, and that led to many of the connectivity or connection headaches that we experienced with the older type of hardware and older type of technology when it came to these Bluetooth intercom systems. Not so with the dynamic mesh communication system. As the name implies, it is basically a mesh or a web of connections, as I understand it. Rider 1 is connected to Rider 2, Rider 2 is connected to Rider 3, but Rider 1 is also directly connected to Rider 3, so that if Rider 2 were to disconnect or disappear from the picture, then the connection between Rider 1 and Rider 3 would remain largely unchanged. You can have a whole bunch of connections when it comes to dynamic mesh communication. Hey Cardo, thank you very much for developing dynamic mesh. Now, another feature that is really important with the Packtalk Black, it's also found on the Packtalk Bold. Again, Cardo was the one to pioneer natural voice operation, or basically voice command. You can focus on the rhyme because it's hands-free operation. Many of the functions when it came to turning the unit on, searching for frequencies, volume, fiddling with those little buttons or dials with gloved hands became a little bit of a taxing experience. Not so with natural voice operation. Hey Cardo is a phrase that many of the users of the Packtalk Bold are familiar with. You'll find it also on the Packtalk Black. Hey Cardo, turn my music on. Hey Cardo, turn the volume up, turn it down, etc., etc. These are all sort of voice commands that we can learn to take many of the basic functions out of direct manipulation and just relegate them to voice commands so that you can keep focused on the ride. Now, another important feature is the Packtalk Black comes with a 3-year warranty. There is an official local distributor, Ride Manila. Go see them. If you have any problems with your unit, they will sort you out over that 3-year period. Another thing that stands out for me is the fact that they claim waterproof. Now, it is true, I have used other comms units in the rain or in a shower, and they were largely unaffected. But I have never seen another brand or system really sort of trumpet waterproof the way that Cardo does. In fact, you can plunge this up to 1 meter underwater. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but it's nice to know that you can do that and the unit will remain largely unaffected, or in fact unaffected, because it is a completely waterproof system. So that's a really good thing to know. But the real highlight here, aside from the really sort of sleek and very premium all black construction and body and design, are the 45mm Sound by JBL speakers. Now, these are premium speakers and they sound amazing, and I can't wait to put them to the test. Yakety, 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 yak. I've been talking here in the workshop for a whole bunch now. You're probably tired of it. Tell you what, I'm going to install one on a helmet and take it for a ride. Let's go. Alright, finally out on a ride, out in the real world to give you guys a little bit of first-hand experience of what it's like to use the Packtalk Black. It's an awesome system. I love it, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. Let me take a couple of steps back first. I installed it on one of my helmets. This is a BMW Motorrad GS carbon helmet, and I think what's going to make or break a user experience as far as the install goes is how well suited your helmet is to the Packtalk system. I'm not gonna lie, there are gonna be some helmets out there that are gonna require a little bit of finesse and finagling as far as getting those 45mm JBL speakers to sit properly in the helmet, but it is well worth the effort because these speakers, they sound phenomenal. They sound so good, and it's well worth the effort. If you guys are interested in the best quality sound, you know, if you're into your music, then these are the speakers to look into. You can get them as an upgrade, or you can buy them as part of this Packtalk Black kit. Now, bear in mind, these Packtalk Black kits are only sold as singles, so if you do want a pair or more than one, you're gonna have to buy, you know, each as a separate single set. That said, the other thing I want to talk about is the DMC, or Dynamic Mesh Communication System. It is so good. It is just light years away from the former Bluetooth communication systems. None of those headaches that we used to have. The best thing about this is it is self-healing every time you know, your riding buddy gets out of range and disconnects. It self-heals when it comes back into range. It just automatically reconnects 100% of the time. I'm not saying that this is a 100% perfect intercom system. There's no such thing, but this is pretty darn close. And finally, the last thing I want to talk about is the natural voice operation or voice command. I don't know how I lived without it. I'm getting spoiled by it. I mean, all you have to do is say, "Hey Cardo, radio on."
Radio on.
Listen to that. That is amazing. I could get used to this now. This is not my favorite station or my favorite song, but I am going to enjoy the ride. Woo! What can I say? It is a premium product that offers premium features and premium performance. Are you guys interested yet? If you guys are, get in touch with their local distributor, Ride Manila. Send them a message or put a mask on and visit them in the store. They will sort you out. Now, I am looking forward to going on another ride. Till I see you guys again, I'm Paolo Abrera. See you on the next episode of the Man Cave.